Dealers, we need to talk. The financial system is changing. It has changed in many ways, but nobody told you. I have a feeling that nobody has told you yet. This is going to be a great episode for you car dealers. If you have an RV dealership, if you a boat dealership, you don't want to be behind the curve, okay? Because something big is changing. And I know you guys all know that, we're moving into the digital space. But how is that going to change for you? Has your banker been in to talk to you about it yet and train your staff yet? Most of you haven't even been told how it's going to change for you. Okay, the financial system your dealership runs on, the banks, the lenders, the way money moves, it's all shifting under your feet right now. This isn't a rumor. It's not coming soon. Y'all, it's already here. The system just upgraded, but the dealerships haven't. And it's not just you. Okay, there's many industries that haven't. Okay, but I've been working with dealers for over 20 years. I've worked inside the dealership space as an F&I director. I've done sales. I know how your operation works, and I also spent 20 years on the banking side working with dealerships with their lending, helping them increase profits, and giving them attention. So if you're not paying attention, that's going to cost you. I want to help you get on top of the curve, get ahead of your competition. That's going to be critical, okay, right now. Your funding, your cash flow, your leadership, your credibility, and eventually your rooftop. The banks have been, you guys probably don't know this, the banks have already been preparing for this for years. It's called ISO 20022, a new data-rich financial messaging system. It sounds technical, but here's what it really means. The way money moves has evolved. Wires, ACHs, and settlement times that used to take days will now happen in minutes. Boom! And I know you guys love that because that gives you more capital, that helps you operate your dealerships, and it's going to make the leadership real happy. In the same upgrade that the Federal Reserve made when they launched FedNow, real-time payments. That's what it is. Think of it this way. The banking world just went from sending snail mail to sending encrypted text messages. Payments now travel instantly with built-in data that proves where it came from, what it's for, and who approved it. That's great for banks. But here's the problem. Dealerships haven't been trained for it yet. If you have been trained for it, I'd be very surprised. Tell me if your bankers have been in your branches or your stores. I would love to know. If you are a salesman, ask your leader. Ask your, the GM. Ask them if you guys are getting trained on this from your bankers. It's important. Your DMS systems, your F&I portals, your merchant processors, most of them are still running like it's 2015. And nobody from the financial side is warning you that this wave is already moving. Now, if you're I have friends in the dealer space, and I know there's a lot of great mentorship groups, coaching groups, and they're probably talking about it. They focus a lot on sales and customer service and all of that stuff, and inventory. But I don't know if they're talking about how F&I is going to change, how this side of things are going to change, how it's going to change with your merchant services, all of that, okay? The ones who figure it out early will dominate. The ones who don't will bleed cash flow, waiting on funding process that's already outdated. It's pretty crazy, huh? I talked to, and this is how I know that a lot of the bankers are not even going out to the branches. I actually called a friend that's in the banking industry, and she says they haven't even started training their staff on the digital world yet, on crypto and all of that. So they're not even learning. So I don't think they're in your stores teaching. Okay. But your banks have already started upgrading this. It's going to change Cuddle. It's going to change Dealertrack. It's going to change your title clerk and how they are doing the title work. It's changing in every aspect of your stores. So if you're still waiting on money that could have already been in your account, you've got deals hanging in limbo, titles delayed, and accounting is buried in manual reconciliation, all because nobody connected the dots. I've been there. I've been there when, people are frantic because they're trying to get funding and the file is missing a pay stub or, various things. And so it's holding up the funding process, or there's a title issue, different things like that. None of that stuff is going to be a problem, okay, on this new system. So I was in the dealership when I hear about all those things, auditing issues and all of that. And I know how heavy that feels. Like it's a lot of stress on the dealership. It's a lot of stress on sales managers. It's a lot of stress on the GMs, and it all goes down. But now the system has changed. And instead of that delay, we're stepping into instant verification, real-time funding, and automatic reconciliation. I'm saying that word wrong because my tongue is like frozen. I've been drinking on some ice. So that's already happening behind the scenes. It's really exciting. I don't know if you guys, that's more learning and kind of there's going to be a learning curve for you guys, but it's exciting. And I have created some modules and everything, training to help you guys get through that, what to expect and all of that stuff if you're interested. If you're a salesman, get this over to your GM, your dealer principals, let them know that I can help you with that, okay? I was there when 2008 hit, and a lot of business owners got hit hard. I'm not going to let that happen to you guys. I think that it's important that you guys are on top of it. I think that it will help with your capital. I think that it will help with your process and how you handle, even on the sales side, because, you're going to have clients, customers coming in asking, to buy with some crypto. And there's stable coins that are going to, you're not even going to use the cars as collateral. That's later down the road. Okay, we won't go into that. The sales process, from the showroom to F&I to accounting, it's about to look very different. The F&I office will shift from paperwork to real-time verification. Income and ID will happen instantly through open banking APIs. Your lenders will make funding decisions in seconds using AI driven underwriting. Sometimes I don't know how I feel about that yet. We'll have to see how that flows. No more faxing stips or chasing signatures. If you are nervous about what's to come, put it in the comments. Tell me how you're feeling about these changes. How much do you know? What are the conversations you're having in your dealership? Titles will be issued and validated digitally through blockchain DMV systems. Your title clerks become digital compliance specialists. Controllers and office managers will stop manually reconciling deposits, and the system will match VINs and deal numbers automatically using this ISO 20022 data. And merchant processing, chargebacks and fraud disputes will drop because every payment carries proof. Who authorized it, when, where, and for what vehicle. Isn't that awesome? Before it was different because it didn't on your merchant services, if you had a chargeback, you didn't have very much data on that transaction. But now with this new ISO 20022, it's going to have the VIN, it's going to have all the details for that transaction, particular transaction, so it will be easier to reconcile and more difficult if someone tries to do a chargeback, meaning it'll be harder for them to do that because they're gonna have proof. So who authorized it, where, when, and for what vehicle? Every department with this whole change will evolve. Not later. It's happening now, even though maybe you're not training for that. Maybe you're not even thinking about that stuff. But I want you guys to get thinking, okay? Be on top of the curve, because that means you're going to be ahead of your competition, okay? So let me give you a few numbers so you understand the timing. Don't you love that? Over 800 banks in the U.S. are already live on FedNow. The Federal Reserve's entire wire system is now ISO 20022 compliant. That means the rails are ready. The dealers just haven't boarded the train. How are you guys feeling about this? I'm just curious. I don't want you, it's just another learning curve, right? But it's going to be better in the end. Within the next 18 to 24 months, this will be the standard for lenders, funding, titles, and merchant systems. So if your store hasn't started adapting yet, you're officially behind the curve. And it's not about fear. This isn't really about freedom. It's going to be a very exciting time, I think, personally. I see it as a great opportunity. Because when you understand the system, you can leverage it. You can control your cash flow, protect your margins, and stop letting banks or vendors dictate your pace. So just to think, all of those banks or credit unions are already ISO, 20022 compliant. Like the back end is already in. So here's my challenge to you. If you're in a leadership seat, stop waiting for your 20 group or DMS vendor to tell you what's next. Take ownership, audit your systems now. Ask your lenders, are you ISO 20022 ready? Ask your accounting team, can our DMS process real-time funding data? This is the new leadership currency, proactive awareness. The leaders who lean in now will be the ones everyone else calls for help in 2 years. Don't be the dealer who finds out when the funding stops showing up on time. Because everything will fund like that. Like you won't even have to wait 2 to 3 days for an ACH or a wire. It's going to be so different. It's going to be so good. Because it's not that the money disappeared. It's just started moving faster without you. So if you're hearing this and you're thinking, Tina, I don't even know where to start. That's exactly why I'm here. This is what I do now. I help dealerships rebuild their systems before the systems rebuilds them. I'll just sit down and with your leadership team, GM, F&I, accounting, and walk you through exactly what's changing, what needs to be updated, and how to protect your cash flow while the financial world shifts. I call it a dealer rebuild review. It's 30 minutes and it could save you 6 figures and a whole lot of headaches. You can connect with me directly through the link in the description. This is your wake-up call, folks. And if you're listening to this, it means you were meant to hear it. Don't ignore it. Don't wait for permission. Lead, rebuild, and take back control of your dealership's future. Because the truth is, integrity and leadership are still the best currency we've got. Don't forget to subscribe for truth, leadership, and the future of finance. I'm excited about this. I really am. I would love for you to connect with me. If there's anything that I didn't even get into the blockchain. The blockchain is going to be so crazy. It's going to be so cool because your title clerk, it's going to completely, I don't even know if you need a title clerk. So much is changing. I just want to make sure you guys are aware how these changes are going to affect you in the dealership space. And I'm happy to help you with that. So subscribe, let me know how I can help you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for joining.